let's take a look at our top selections for Dan Illman, Mike Beer. Let's throw up the field for the Grade 3 Swale Stakes at Gulfstream Park on Saturday. It's carded as race number 6, and it's for 3-year-olds going 7 furlongs. Your morning line favorite, a very impressive debut winner from the Christophe Clement barn. That's the number 6 by George. But there looks like there's some pace in this race, Mike. The one-horse Likeable is real fast, and Poppy's Pride has been on the lead in his last 3 gate-to-wire romps.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is plenty of speed in this race, and going 7 furlongs, that could really, have a lot to say about the outcome here, Dan, because I feel like the distance could be a question for some of these horses. We'll see how the betting all plays out. I didn't think By George would be favored in here. Maybe he will. I thought the 1 was going to be the favorite.
Well, let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector for this race. By George expected to make the front. I really think Likeable is just going to go. He was caught up in a wicked pace battle in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, an ambitious spot to be sure. First start off the maiden win at Belmont, but that maiden win was pretty good. Gate-to-wire winner, Mike, going a 1-turn mile. I think from the inside post, Louis Saez, who can be aggressive, should go.
Yeah, we'll see how these guys all decide to play it. They have Poppy's Pride 3rd in here. I'd be very surprised if that horse wasn't on ascend in this race. He looks like one-way speed to me.
If there is a big duel up front, a horse like the 2, King's Ovation, might be able to take advantage. King's Ovation was a maiden winner 2 starts back, and then he found it tough now winners of 1 other than at Churchill Downs for his first start against winners. It was a key race, and not only did 2 next out winners emerge from that heat, but Mandaloon, the winner's a nice horse, who came back to run 3rd in the Lecomte with an 89 buyer. We have a formulator fact, a recent one for Dale Romans with 3-year-olds coming off 2 to 4 month layoffs, 50% winners and a big ROI. He is slow on paper, but if there's a meltdown, I could see him come with a kick.
Yeah, me too. When he broke his maiden at 7 furlongs in his second tour start, it was kind of that a little bit of a race like that, Dan, where it just felt like the leaders were coming back to him late. He made a very long run in there from the top of the stretch, and he just kept coming, and he closed it down at the end. He did not run well in his first start against other winners, but that was a good horse to beat him, so maybe he can rebound.
Maybe the combination of a fast pace in front of him coupled with a slight cutback in distance will help the 3 Ultimate Badger. A winner 3 starts back, and he is a 2-time winner, but his 2 races against stakes horses, boy, he's got to improve and do a lot better.
Yeah, he really does. Dan, I spent a lot of time trying to make this horse my top pick in the race because I do like some of his performances. I guess, all things considered, I could give him a pass for the Kentucky Jockey Club 2-back where he didn't run well, but I don't know what happened last time in the Mucho Macho, and it felt like getting back around a 1-turn mile could help this horse. He showed absolutely nothing early in that race and basically lost contact with that field. I don't get it.
We talked about Poppy's Pride going gate-to-wire in his last 3 races. He is riding a 4-race win streak, a pace-pressing winner to begin the streak. And let's watch his most recent start at Tampa Bay Downs, the inaugural stakes, going 6 furlongs. He's on the lead. He is favored in this race, and he just never lets them into the race. He's going to be facing tougher horses likely on Saturday. But this is a crack sprinter right now, and he can get the 7.
Yeah, this is a good horse, and it feels like he keeps getting better too, which I really like about him. Every race he runs, he gets a little bit faster. Again, I think they'll send him here. This is a tougher spot and a tougher pace scenario for him. It feels like. I'm not going to be surprised if he handles it.
The key is to keep the jockey on the 5, drain the clock. When they've done that, he's 3 for 3. The one time he dropped the jockey was in the Jean Lafitte going 2 turns at Delta Downs. This horse looks like he's got a nice amount of tactical speed. Let's watch his race in the Limehouse earlier in the month for Safi Joseph. He sat outside. He took over the lead here in the stretch. He wins very easily. The buyer speaks for itself with an 85. If he runs back to this race, he is going to be very tough. And it looks like he has the tactical gear where he can sit off a horse or 2.
Yeah, it does look like that. That's what he did certainly in this race. He didn't go right for the lead. He just sat up there tracking on the outside. I thought, all things considered, took a pretty big step forward in that race. I got to be honest, then, when I watched his 3 races, his 3 wins anyway, where he kept his rider, I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm not that impressed with him. But he just, another horse, he took a big step forward last time. He can sit a little bit off the pace. I guess he's a major player right back in this race. For some reason, I'm not sold on this horse.
Well, let's take a look at our top picks for the Swale Stakes. The 6 is By George in here, and By George, a gate-to-wire winner, Mike, in his debut for Clement. 81 Beyer speed figure. The fig looks legit. Why do I say that? The runner-up came back. Won a maiden at Aqueduct with an 81 Beyer. Looks like he has some potential. I think this outside post gives Arad Ortiz a lot of options. He can break and get forward. He can break, let the inside speeds go, and sit in the clear.
Yeah, we'll see if he'll be able to do all those things. Overall, I thought his debut was pretty good. Then he wasn't an absolute bullet from the gate in there. He didn't, just come out of there running and go right to the lead, but he worked his way up the inside. He just looked like he traveled pretty easily. That I will caution that was a day where it felt like the rail was pretty good at Aqueduct, and he just rode the inside. So maybe that's something to worry about. But that was kind of the concern with Two Boss also, who rode the rail behind this horse all the way and then came back in his next start. And took a really big step forward. So who knows what it all means. I was torn between the 6 and the 1, Dan. I put the 6 on top.
I certainly respect By George's debut effort, but he's going to have to go another furlong while stepping up in class. I think Drain the Clock might have another one in him. He's got good tactical speed. This is his track right now. I think he'll get the 7 furlongs with the right trip. I'm going 5-6-4-1. Mike's going 6-1-5-4. It's the Grade 3 Swale at Gulfstream on Saturday with an approximate post, 2:10 Eastern. Good luck.